Hey everybody, Jessie here from jessiebanks.com and welcome back to another card making video. So today I am using the Born Again stamp from the Greeting Farm. I really wanted to color up a bunch of these butterflies using my Copic markers. So I have my Misty stamping tool here. This is the Hero Arts collaboration, so it's the black one. I really love this thing. It's great. It was worth every penny I spent on it. And I am going to stamp out some of our butterflies using a Copic friendly ink here. I do have some masking paper. I actually only needed it to mask out one of the butterflies, but I cut it for all of them because at that time I wasn't exactly sure, or two of the butterflies, I wasn't exactly sure which butterflies I was going to need to do. So I stamped it onto the cardstock and then I just used the second generation stamping onto the masking paper so that I could fussy cut that out with some scissors. Then I placed on these three butterflies and I'm going to stamp them all at once. Kept this one super simple. It was super fun to do. I haven't done a really simple card like this in a while. I haven't filmed a card in forever, so I'm super rusty, needless to say. Now I just cut out all of those butterflies and I put them on here. Then I have this MFT cement gray ink, and this is actually the second, that's the only one that, or the second one that needed to be masked. The rest of them don't actually touch. So I'm stamping them out in cement gray. I am going to fill them in with gold after, actually. I just needed to get the shape there. Then I start coloring with my Copic markers, and in typical fashion, I am working from darkest to lightest and blending them together. This took a little bit of time. The basis of the card is simply coloring, so we start off just by putting in those darkest shadows and blending it out with the lighter ones. As you can see, I put the Copic markers to the left of the screen when you're looking at it here, so that you can see the lids of the markers as I am coloring. I did pink on two of them. I kind of just split the colors up and mixed and matched them with the pink, the yellow, the purple, and the blue. So I kept it super simple, nice and easy. So we're just going to speed up the coloring here and rush through this a little bit just because it's my typical fashion. If you do want to see it a little slower, lots of my other videos have the way I color a lot slower. I'm coloring the exact same way I have for years now. I am using Copic friendly paper. In this case, I am using Nina 110 pound solar white cardstock. It's one of my favorite ones to color on. I found my last batch of Copic paper made my markers super sticky on the paper. It wasn't sticky on the markers. It was really, really weird. I tried to get a hold of them and get it fixed, and I never got emails back from people. It was a disaster, so I just don't buy it anymore. Coming in with our lightest color here and blending that all out, and that's the end of the pink. So I hope everybody is doing well. My son goes back to school right away. We're excited and nervous and all sorts of things. I don't even want to get into it because it gets so messy when your opinion's not the same as somebody else's. But he's excited to go back, so that's good. So we're gearing up for school. It's fall time. I'm recording this narration. It's September 1st. Work is crazy, stupid busy, which, considering what's going on in the world, I am very, very blessed to still have my job and still be very busy with work and not have that looming over me as well. And if that is your situation at the moment, my thoughts are with you. I hope everything works out and just keep on pushing on. So we're blending out our yellows. See how fast it goes when you crank it up to 5 times the original speed? Then we're coming in with our blues here, and this is a BG series. This is one of my favorite Copic combinations to use since I picked it up. I used to do the BG, I can't even remember it anymore, but these are the 07, 05, 02, and 01. And again, darkest to lightest and just blending them out. So you can see how I'm just kind of mixing them up using the same colors on two butterflies, but not having them actually touch each other, or be the same on adding two butterflies, I should say. So after this one, we'll come in with the purple and fill in the last two with purple, and then I will pull out the yellow again to do the spots on that bottom butterfly. I had a blast with this one. I haven't, card-wise, I haven't done anything in the craft room in months. Everything you've seen me put out, which hasn't been a ton aside from anything on design teams, just because of life right now, has all been done off of my couch in my living room, and I really need to get back into putting the effort into spending the time downstairs instead of sitting on the couch, because if I spend the time downstairs, I can color and film at the same time instead of just coloring. Being like, oh, I should do a video. Yeah, not gonna happen. Anyway, that's my ramble for now. I'm sorry that I'm kind of off and on screen here. Like I said, I'm very rusty when it comes to filming, but that will come back. I do pay enough attention to know to move it back up at least. So that is it for the purple, and then we'll just zip off these little yellow spots. And for the bodies of the butterfly, I used one of my favorite gray markers. They're actually in the BV, so in the blue-violet category, and I used BV 25, 23, and 21, I do believe, and that's just to give those bodies some gray coloring because I didn't want to pick out different colors for all of the bodies and have that be busy as well. And once we get through this, I have this Slicky. I think it's Slicci, I don't know. But it's a gold gel pen, and what I'm going to do here is color these in with the gold gel pen first. And once that is dry, I will pull out my Fine Tech paints and use, I think it is, what is it here? Hang on, I've got the little sheet. The Moon Glow to paint over top of them just to make sure that they are super bright and shiny, because that is always fun. I love shiny things, and I've really been into gold lately in my bullet journal and things of that nature. I know you can't really see how I'm coloring here, but I just trace around the outline and then scrabble back and forth to fill it all in. It's not going to be perfect with this layer of gel pen. That kind of gets fixed up when I go in with the Fine Tech paints. But we'll get all of those colored in. I do have like a watercolor haul video coming. I have a few things that I filmed that I just have to get edited and posted, so hopefully you guys will get to see that in the next week or so. This one was super fun. Like I said, I haven't done a Copic card, and I haven't done anything super clean and simple in a while like this, in terms of nothing where it's not just like a character, like a human-ish character colored on the center of a card. So this one was fun to play with some butterflies and just have a little bit of a blast with that. So we're coming to the end of the gel pen here. And then we will pull out the watercolors. So what I do with these watercolors is I use a little pipette and I put a little bit of water in them and let it sit for 30 or 45 seconds just so that it gets activated and the paint picks up really, really nice, and I don't have to scrub in the gold pigment for a long time in order to get any shimmer off of it, because that's kind of what I'm after there. So this will lighten up that gold undertone, but I do find the gel pen underneath just helps make it a little more solid, faster. Doesn't soak into the paper as much. I just find it a little bit simpler, so that's kind of the way I've always done it. Paint up our last little butterfly here. That's basically it, guys. So then we're going to die cut it out. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm not sure what to talk about. Hang on. There we go. So I'm going to pull out this Lawn Fawn die set here. This is the Puffy Cloud Borders, and I'm going to put it on our little thing. You can tell that this is a different day here because my hands are covered in paint and I just got home from work. I don't have my ring on. I'm kind of a disaster, but I wanted to get the card finished. So I'm going to run that through my die cut machine, and there we have our little border. I found this fun little plaid paper in my stash, so I'm going to tape that together. Holy. And then add it to a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch top folding card base. We'll pull out this little nurse's set and take the thank you stamp set from it, and I'm going to stamp the thank you in that blank space in between those two butterflies up near the top using some VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And that'll finish off this card, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, I'd love for you to subscribe, and I will see you very soon in another video. Have a great